Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Justice card, which is your card as a Libra. This is you in your own energy, and it suggests that this week the way that you get the most out of the week is literally by being yourself, showing up as you, not trying to change or adapt it for anything or anyone, and just being yourself. It also suggests that this is a week where your commitment to something or someone is likely to be coming up. So this is something that you're likely going to be having as a conversation. It might be a theme that sort of permeates over the course of the week. I think in a lot of ways, a lot of you are being asked this week, you may be asked to commit to something. And I got to say, I kind of feel like this is a decision where it's not final, because nothing in life, no matter how final we think it is final. Everything comes to an end at some point. But this, whatever it is that you're being asked to commit to, like the other person or the other party does feel that this is something that's going to be around for a while. So you need to be sure about this commitment as well. Excuse me, sorry, my hay fever is driving me mad. Sorry for not being on camera. I will be back next week. For your if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you have the 9 of Wands. So you've got this with the Justice card. I actually think for a lot of you, this is you ruminating over a commitment that you made previously that ended up costing you a lot. Whether that's costing you a lot financially, maybe professionally, it's like you're looking at the offers on the table, the opportunities that surround you, and it's like you're really deliberating and you're kind of saying, well, I've done this kind of thing before, or I've been in this sort of position before, I lost out for it. True, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, and things may very well be different this time. The 9 of Wands is actually you voicing your concerns or your worries, and I actually think that's probably the best way for you to get the most out of this connection or this commitment that is coming up for you. This could also be, for some of you, an interaction with I don't want to say an authority, but the 9 of Wands, I don't know why, there's something about this that feels to me like you're doing something that really assists your own healing journey or path. For your communications and conversations, you've got the High Priestess. Very interesting, because these two they're kind of one and the same, but they're mirror images of each other. So if the High Priestess is the spiritual and the inner laws, the Justice card would be the external and the exoteric laws, like police and all the rest of it. You've got the High Priestess card in the communications. This is some form of communication that's happening in the background or behind the scenes. It is maybe something that you're deliberating over, that you're not speaking about, or maybe isn't for common knowledge just yet. It could be a commitment that is made behind closed doors. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the High Priestess here with the 9 of Wands, I think a lot of you, this is maybe seeking an extension due to some form of mitigating circumstances. So maybe asking for an extension on a deadline because, you've had some challenges or issues going on at home, or like there's something here that suggests you're asking for what you need, but you're doing it sort of behind the scenes or in private. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, again, this could be an opportunity or a commitment that a boss or a superior is asking you to make. But it kind of is, once you've done this thing or once you've embarked on it, it's not that you can't back out, but it's going to be binding, okay? So it's something that you are having to really sit in for. This also suggests for all of you in some way, you are making a decision at a very deep level that you're not necessarily sharing with anyone. So there's a lot of deep thoughts going on with you guys this week. For those of you that are... what's the word that I'm looking for? For those of you that are... self-employed, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs. Again, this could be maybe, one way that it could show up is maybe you're being asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement for a certain client. This could be maybe you are making certain moves in silence for or with your business. Maybe this is, especially with that 9 of Wands there, it's almost like you're doing this not in spite of someone, but it's like, no, you know what, until I've done this, I choose not to share it with anyone or to let anybody know. For those of you that are, sorry, you'll have to forgive me, it's really bad this year, and all of my usual lotions and potions don't seem to be touching the sides. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, the High Priestess with the Justice card, I feel like this is you making a silent pact of some kind. It's like, I'm finally going to address maybe a health concern or issue. Maybe you are deciding to finally take a specific journey of some sort that you maybe said, yeah, one day I'll get round to it. And it's like, now you feel like one day is here. This is that moment. For your love and relations, you've got the 10 of Cups. That's beautiful. So if you're single and looking, this week could really surprise you, and it may be somebody, maybe somebody sort of says to you, look, you know what, I actually really like you, and you could be really surprised at who the person is, and you could enter into a commitment with them really, faster than you had imagined. With that 9 of Wands in the actions and options, it does suggest that maybe you are, you're having to put some of how you feel about something else or someone else maybe to the side. It's like you're having to do that Libran thing and really weigh it up to ask how invested you actually are, especially if the other person is kind of all in. When it comes to those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I really like this for a pregnancy. It's like some great sort of wonderful thing happening within the relationship, but you're choosing not to talk about it, which means this is a relatively new pregnancy, so first trimester sort of stuff. Because I know, like, within the first trimester, they say you shouldn't tell anybody, right? Because then that way you don't, if anything should happen, etc., it's not such a... and I'm sure there's other stuff in there as well, like superstitions and whatnot. But yeah, I wonder if this is that. So, if it is, obviously I won't see it in the comments, but, all the best. And when the time comes and you feel ready to share, please do so. For those of you, and then for your money and materials, you have the Fool card. So new things, new places, new people, new contracts, new money-making enterprises are coming in, new connections are coming in, potentially with people that feel like friends, people that feel like tribe, people that feel like family. There's a tie here of some kind, because, the Justice card, yes, it's about marrying things, but marrying doesn't always mean, man and wife marry. Sometimes it can be, marrying business ideas, marrying, business partners, marrying... opposing energies even. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I love the Fool for physical health and vitality, especially if you're planning, new regimes, new health stuff. If you're planning anything to, lose weight, increase stamina, get fit, all of that kind of stuff, you have the energy. You're starting with a bang this week. And then when it comes to your home and environment, some of you could literally be making a choice or a decision or a commitment to move or to change home. So really nice. I mean, all in all, it's not a bad week, even with the 9 of Wands here. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.